the astute observer of the calendar would, unless I heard wrongly, there was an announcement yesterday that a man who's been really involved in our plumbing since I was on Agartha here wasn't on the calendar today. And this morning Tantisro just had received a message that he had canceled his appointment and maybe would come tomorrow. But we have our alms round tomorrow morning, so that won't work. And I notice in my own practice that when I hear things like that, something perfectly normal, just whatever reasons, this is just how it is. There's change. There's just a slight twist in the heart, this slight feeling that something's wrong, this isn't right, why is it like that? And when I heard Ajahn Dhamma talk about just when he said, and I announced this, and then nobody actually participated, or that he saw other people participating in the way that he was not suggesting to do it, then again there's that little like, oh, why is it like that, And over and over, we can see that this is really the work that we can involve ourselves with in terms of understanding anicca and just being present with that automatic tendency that can occur. I'm assuming I'm not the only person in the world that experiences this when there is a change of plans. Just a slight change is something around somebody, some very simple thing, someone not following directions or a person needing to cancel. Ajahn Dhamma being so sick he can't give the morning reflection, whatever it is. Sort of, also I didn't tell him that it would be his turn.
Right. Not so sick that I couldn't.
But yeah, the announcement went on.
I just didn't want to.
That's right.
I nearly didn't want to.
I see. But that's how it is. But was there a change in your heart? So there's that kind of feeling like, it's not supposed to be like this. And for me, it's just pervasive. It just happens. There's some expectation I have, and what it comes down to is, this second noble truth that the cause of dukkha comes from desire. So it's just there. It's like I wanted it to be how I wanted it to be. Things shouldn't go that way. Andrew and I were working on a deck, I think it was like a month ago, and I had put a piece in place, just like a 3-foot piece in place, and I thought to myself, oh, be careful, this could fall. And we're working, and then of course I lost mindfulness, and it fell. And Andrew, he had just been here a couple of weeks, and it was the first time I saw him express humor, and he said, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. My kind of, I don't know if he saw the reply on my face, but I was not with him, but I was kind of not laughing because it dented the piece of wood, and then it left this permanent mark. I was like, that wasn't supposed to happen. So that's just not how life is. These things, there's always change, Ajahn Dhamma might have not thought that he was going to go to temple and come back sick. And then there it is. I'm going to the store today, to Home Depot, and I'm going to see, that these products that I'm expecting to be there, they just might not be there. The color I'm hoping for the corrugated roof might be different, or their inventory might be wrong. But it's on the computer, it's not supposed to be wrong. How could it be wrong? How could they get the inventory wrong? And this is our work, because that little twist of the knife in the heart, that feeling that it's not right, it shouldn't be this way. We are training ourselves to really believe that about the world from our upbringing, from birth. So I want what I want how I want it to be, and it's not that way. And so I think for many human beings, this can be mellowed through age or mellowed through time, but without really engaging or understanding what the Buddha is talking about. When he's saying, well, this is just all pervasive, it's all the time. This not being sure, this change is constant if we look at it. Our bodies are continually changing, our circumstances, our expectations, and yet for, I think, most human beings in the world, it comes with this, no, it's not supposed to be that way. So with the end of training, my understanding is that there's just no suffering around that anymore. It's just, well, this is exactly what the Buddha taught. This is my understanding, my expectation. And we might observe the problems that we have with that, or we might feel that still in the heart, but there's no attachment to it anymore. It's just an observation of the body essentially feeling the way it's feeling, and there's no problem made out of it. So any time that we have change, it's really a time to bring that into our minds as more of a, rather than no, it's yes, this is exactly what the Buddha is pointing towards. This is what he's teaching us. And we have a choice whether we suffer or not. And so bringing that choice into our mind and then telling ourselves, yeah, I don't need to suffer. I don't need to bring suffering to this. It doesn't mean that it's unpleasant or that it's pleasant. It just means that the unpleasantness doesn't have to be a problem. Just some reflections this morning.